Ed Miliband was tonight facing growing calls to condemn the Labour peer John Prescott because of claims Britain is to blame for radicalising young Muslims into joining ISIS. The former Deputy Prime Minister said the country should face up to the fact that it had somehow pushed already devout youngsters into the throngs of extremism. He added if he was a young Muslim in Britain today, he too could be radicalized because of injustice in Gaza and US drone strikes in Syria. His comments were met with fury by MPs today. Home Affairs Select Committee member Michael Ellis said the Labour leadership needed to criticise the remarks immediately. Former Minister Tim Lawton said Mr. Prescott was playing into the hands of ISIS and acting as an apologist for terror. Fellow Conservative MP Conor Burns said Mr. Prescott's view was half-baked, ill-thought-out and sensationalist. In his weekly column for the Sunday Mirror, Lord Prescott, who last week said Tony Blair's bloody crusades in Iraq had contributed to terrorism, said, "Isn't it time we faced up to the fact we've played a huge part in making them want to leave Britain and take up arms in a foreign land?" He was referring to a handful of youngsters to have fled the country to join ISIS extremists abroad. Last week 3 teenage boys were stopped trying to enter the country at the Turkish border. A High Court judge banned another group of youngsters from traveling overseas amid fears they were planning to wage jihad. Rather than blame Trojan horse schools, at which he claimed there was no proof of radicalization, Lord Prescott said of the impressionable teens, "If I was a young Muslim watching the social injustice in Gaza where 2,000 people died in a matter of weeks from Israeli bombings, the displacement of millions of people in Syria and the US using drone missiles, I'm sure I could be radicalized too."